What are we doing on a boat? We're going to DriftMasters in Latvia to watch Elagogo and film him and bring you all of the action. At the moment, I'm on the ferry, Dalila, and we left Cyprus yesterday, and we're in the middle of the Mediterranean. There's some Greek islands behind me, and we're on the way to Piraeus, Greece. And then slowly we're gonna drive up to Latvia and meet the guys at the circuit. I hope you can hear me in the wind. It's super windy. The waves are choppy and we've got a little bit of turbulence, but it's all part of the adventure. Let's get to Piraeus. We're pulling into Piraeus right now, going up to the docking. Pretty cool, we've arrived. It's been about 30 hours out of sea. So we're in the car now, ready to get off the ferry. Been one hell of an adventure already. Now the trip starts. We're waiting to show our passports and get out of the port. Alright, J-spotters, so we drove around 600 kilometers yesterday for around about 6 hours of driving. It was quite strenuous towards the end. I was getting really tired, but we found a nice place to park up and go to sleep in the evening. We did arrive around 12, so it was pitch black when we arrived, and look where we are. We're at a lake, Bikernieku in Greece. It's up north, just before we cross the border to Bulgaria. And it's this huge lake, which is well known for like the birds and some of the fish. Going for a walk with the dog this morning. But the plan is today to drive up to Bulgaria. We need to go shopping and stock up on food. We need to stock up on fuel because I'm at halfway on the tank. We'll find a place to stay in Bulgaria, up north, so we're close to the border with Romania. And then we're meeting up with Elagogo and Zakoril in Poland around the Warsaw Lodz Makri, I think it's called, area. And then we'll drive up together to DriftMasters in Latvia in one convoy, and we're probably going to drive all night and get to DriftMasters on Thursday morning to set up and plan what we're doing for media for the weekend. I'll see you guys a bit later once we move up into Bulgaria, and I'll give you the next update then. All right guys, so now we are through the border to Bulgaria. Thought we should film since there's a nice view, and now we're continuing until the supermarket and a fuel stop, and then we're going to our next destination, which is by a river, we hope. There was fire in the motorway, so hopefully the road's not closed. Again, we came very late last night and I couldn't see where I was parking. I'm surprised I drove down this sketchy road, to be honest, but we've woken up and again we're met with just beautiful landscape and this huge lake, which I've been told isn't that big, but it's quite big for me. It's absolutely magical here. People are fishing, chilling by the lake. Looks amazing, but we're not going to stay here for too long because there's a forecast of rain and it's quite a dirt track to get down here. It's full of like loose dirt, and I'm scared that's going to turn into mud and I'm not going to be able to get out of here. But this is the view, as you can see opposite. Somebody's parked over there fishing. Drive up another 2 hours north to the top of Bulgaria. We're going to stop in the forest this time. Guys, we're driving on, it's not sketchy, but it's very uphill and then downhill. I'm in third, fourth, and second because of this guy in front of us. This guy with the white car, he's holding up everybody. There's about a traffic jam behind us of 40 cars. But it's really sketchy. All I'm thinking about is, imagine I had the drift car. Would be in jail probably, but it's an amazing road. But this guy's going too slow. On the downhills, I don't mind him going slow, but on the uphill, I have to keep throwing it into second gear. Anyway, woo! See you guys in a bit. Alright, so when we were in Cyprus, I wished for rain. I did not wish for this rain. Now it's a little bit better because we have trees above us that are covering the path and stopping the rain coming down. But when it first started raining, it was sketchy. And it's hairpins. Look at the map. It's just hairpin after hairpin after hairpin. And a drift car would be fun. But yeah, look at this. Look at this, it's crazy. Anyway, wish us luck. Ah! Your girlfriend chooses the route, and there's 3 kilometers of potholes. The road here is fine. You should have seen the road before. We're just going deeper and deeper into the forest where we're going to get murdered. No, the road's much better. This is all what it's about. Adventure. Thank God, I hope the solar panel is okay. Good morning, J-spotters. We're in the middle of a forest in Bulgaria. Eline chose the location last night on Park for Night, and we were driving on this road that you see behind me. But the asphalt in this location here is quite good, but further down, Jesus Christ, the potholes there was pothole after pothole after pothole. So I was driving really slow, not to bust up my tires, but we eventually made it to a clearing where I reversed into a nice space and we stayed the night. It was raining when we arrived, and it was super cold last night. I'm in a hoodie finally after being in Cyprus in 42-degree heat. I wished for this day to come, that I can be like nice and toasty warm in the evening. Could have even turned on the heater last night. So today's plan is to stay here for a bit. I need to check the oil, water, and the solar panels, that they're all clean and okay for the rest of the trip. And today we'll be driving up into Romania. But we're in the middle of the forest. Thick forest, you can't see anything, just the road. There looks like there's a lot of raspberries here, but I'm not gonna try them because we're quite far away from the hospital. I'm taking Harvey for a walk, and I'm just enjoying the cool weather and the sunshine today. The drive to get to this place was insane. I remember when we were back in Cyprus, Adam, one of the judges of Drift Kings, told me, talk to Mike and find out how to go to Bulgaria without going up the mountain road, because some of the drivers that came to one of the Drift Kings rounds found it a really tough time going up the mountain. I forgot to ask, and I definitely drove from this mountain. It was hairpin after hairpin after hairpin of continuous going up in second, third, fourth gear to go up, and then coming down I had to ride between second and third gear to use the braking of the engine instead of just pressing the brakes all the time for them to heat up and me eventually not to have brakes. So that was an adventure in itself. But I'm just going for a little walk now with Harvey to check out the road in front of us and see if it's a bit better condition than the road that we came here on, because it took us forever because of all the potholes. But so far, the asphalt seems really good on this side. Harvey, come on, let's go back to the van. Alright, so now we're leaving our park up in the forest, driving slowly down this road because there are a few potholes here and there. We met some guy on this road and he's like, what are you guys doing here? I didn't expect to see anybody here, let alone tourists. Had a little chat with him. He told us about some cool places to go to. Just slow down for this pothole. He told us of some places to go and see, some lakes and stuff. He told us that swimming's going to be far too cold, but we're going to go check it out anyway. And now we're going to drive up into Romania. See, very quickly the road turns from semi-decent asphalt to full off-road. I mean, there are parts of asphalt here. Oh, this bloody handbrake keeps beeping all the time. But about 300 meters down the road we have clean asphalt, thank God. Morning, J-spotters. I wake up today, I walk outside and there's a horse Just walking out in the wild, drinking some water. Look at that. There's a really nice park up here this evening. There's cows in the river just grazing further down. And we have here the horse called Stella. We parked up here, it was super quiet, just the sound of the frogs in the water. And yeah, it was really nice. Now we continue going up more north of Romania. Yesterday we went and surprised Mate at his girlfriend's house. I messaged him an hour before we were at his house that I was on the way there. We met up. Today we went to a lake and went for a little walk and had a little chat about the drift scene. And then we started driving. We went through the whole of Slovakia. Now we're just reaching the border with Poland. And in 2 days, we're meeting up with Marco and Zakoril to continue our last stage of driving to get to DriftMasters. So we'll catch up with you guys again when I meet up with the guys in Poland after the Warsaw area. Anyway, from us in this beautiful landscape of Slovakia, we'll see you guys in Poland! Let's go! We introduce Gogo and Zakoril team, and we're actually in the racetrack part. I think we're up here where the start line is. This is amazing, and we're all exhausted, but it doesn't matter. Surreal experience. We finally arrived at Riga at the racetrack. Gogo and the team are unloading the car. Zakoril is also doing the same, and I'm just waiting to speak with Eline and see where I can park up. Let's go, people. Oh yeah, we're finally here at DriftMasters. This is what I'm talking about. We're finally here at Riga, baby, at DriftMasters. Gogo is setting up the pits right now, doing the last tweaks to the car, getting ready to go out for practice. I think we'll be going out in Group B. We arrived with Zakoril. We were a convoy driving on the road for the last stretch to get to Riga, baby. Now we're here, we're set up, and it's time to go soon. Gogo is going to put on his suit, get in the car, and we're going to go do some practice shots. All right, so we're up in the middle of the forest. We're in the racetrack at the moment. We're here on the start line. Gogo is here as well, and we're just waiting to go do our practice run, where it's deep in the forest like this. Nothing like Afna Speedway back home, with all the best drivers here.
Don't need no time watch. I don't know how I got you in my pocket spot. Yeah, that's babe, need you every day. You like my oxygen, make it seem like the barging down. Got my heart no barging in, from the beat to the floor to the couch. Might wake the neighbors up, break it in and break it out. In the end, we gon' make the child. Then we gon' hit the shower. Part 2, we don't need no pause. Miss, we gon' get trips, don't need a power slide.
What's going on?
Copy my steel. Face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. Ain't no cap, I'm real. Plastic bars wanna copy my steel. Copy my steel. Face the fact that ain't no cap, I'm real. Ain't no cap, I'm real. The plastic bars wanna copy my steel.
Got my heart no break it in. Get us every day. Got my heart no in the bed.
Alright, so that's the end of drift practice today. The last cars are doing the last runs of the day, and then we'll be back tomorrow for more practice in the morning and qualification live later on in the evening. We're in the pits just checking all of the cars and the pit setup because I haven't had time to go around today. We drove here, I was so tired. I went and filmed El Agogo in the track during practice, and now I'm having a little bit walk around. I've heard some bad news with Heinenen's car, but I wish him luck to get it fixed. Black Smoke Racing, Sodiris, our tire sponsor for the J-Spot, SP Tires, loves this car. He'll be racing at Aachen with his diesel version Mercedes. Over here we have the injector with its beautiful Juha Raitinen. The cars are wrapped up and ready for tomorrow. Probably some of the teams have already left the track or are at the track in their motorhomes and are getting a good night's sleep and relaxing, ready for tomorrow. I've borrowed El Agogo's bicycle, J-Spot colors, and I'm gonna go do a little bit of a pit walkthrough. It's so big out here, I can't really be bothered to walk anymore today. I'm almost out of energy after the drive we had, and I've been driving every day for the last 10 days, so it's nice to be somewhere for a few days without having to move the van. Who these people are, it's Drift Happens. They've been in Cyprus at Drift Kings before. Let's see the guys. So they're probably doing some last minute checks on the car before they pack up everything. A90 Supra and the spare car in the garage right there. I love this pit setup, proper professional in there. Eline, S14, A90 Supra. We love this track. The sun is setting and just shooting through the trees. It looks so good. There's smoke coming out of the forest over there, but they're probably doing some promo footage to get ready and get the hype up for tomorrow. Let's go check the rest of the teams. Diogo, I think, with his double-decker bus, that's insane. What else do we have over here? This car, I love it. Oliver Randelou, let's get out of the way. Martins, 2086. Shanahan's here. And Fionn Roche's car. Nice pit up right here. We've got the guys from Drift Games. We've got Connor Fowley. Oh, and we've got the new V8 David Egan, moving away from the A90 Supra. They built this on their last YouTube channel. Fully carbon fiber body. It looks pretty sick. I can't wait to see this car in action tomorrow. Connor's S15 carbon Kevlar, looking sick. I love this car. I've been following them on their YouTube channel for a few years now. Nice to see the car up close. Saw it in Hungary, but it's nice to see it again. Makiva that we filmed in Cyprus for the vacation video with Bandana. We have Marco Zakoril's team doing the last minute checks before the top 32, getting ready, making sure all the tire pressures are correct. Everything's tightened up after they changed and rebuilt the engine last night until 4 o'clock in the morning. Top 32 has started and we have major problems with some of the drivers. Cars aren't working, some people are doing buy runs with nobody chasing them, so it's an interesting start to the event.
Now allow me to reintroduce myself. They call me J-O-N to the easy E-N. Know that we undefeated, y'all are beneath them speeches trying to air a grievance. But his lines are overhead, better check the air for clearance. Call the tower, this is outfitted, heated air apparent. Really I never been better. Legacy, this is forever. All the more times I've been severed, I'm raising the bar, you can go ahead and measure. Think about time for a toast. Time that we welcome to go. Y'all can just leave it ain't what you call that at all. Got anthems and bands with masters, getting it right like my name was Miranda. I'm bigger dead than alive, I'm bigger dead than alive. One more time, this is forever, remember the legend, he never will die. Yeah. I'm bigger dead than alive, bigger dead than alive. I'm bigger dead than alive, bigger dead than alive, yeah. I'm bigger dead than alive, bigger dead than alive, Just making sure that you know why, because this is forever. And there will be no surrender. Yeah. You know that this right here forever. No surrender. It's forever. You know this right here forever. No surrender. It's forever. You know this right here forever. I am just leaving a legacy. I am the one of the past. If got something to say to me, say it. You know I've been waiting for patience. This is my legacy. God don't believe me, it waits. Basically, I have been running things. You can just go on and take a seat. Yeah. Loving they hating me, put that on everything. Not on my level. You could be the enemy. This is the plan that we showing them anyway. Hit up the lawyers and give them the NDA. Woo. This is the brand new. This is the brand new. Nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. And there ain't no thing that you'll be taking.
So I guess that's Eline out. The crash was pretty bad. He went straight into the tire wall after it looks like Heinonen might have tapped him a little bit into it. Let's see what the result is. Yes, Lauri Heinonen didn't push him in because Lauri Heinonen just passed to the next battle, so Eline is out.
Really, I never been better. Legacy, this is forever. Really, I never been better. Legacy, this is forever. Really, I never been better. The legacy live on forever. Yeah, remember the legend and know that he never surrendered. Because this is forever. And there will be no surrender. Yeah.
Let's go for a little cycle and see what is going on in the pits. Lauri Heinenen's team here is finished fixing the car for the top 16. He had a major hit with Dwayne McKeever, almost went up onto his bonnet. So they've completely finished the car and they're ready to go, and the driver's just getting a bit of rest before the action begins in top 16. You can see all of the pits are filled up. Some of the spectators are coming in to check out all of the cars, and I'm gonna go figure out where Bandana is and talk to him about some shots before I crash into people. That's the car for top 16. Professional pit setups here is Fyodor Vilsek. with his two A90 Supras. They seem to be locked and loaded for the top 16 battles. Everybody's looking at the drift cars. I'm looking at this Sprinter. Rocked out on Tri-Ace Formula R1 tires. Spoiler on the back, and check out this front bumper. I mean, it's rocking Tri-Ace because it is the Tri-Ace team. Go out with a broken drive shaft. Fixing the car, getting it ready for the next round in Germany. Biscolti also doing last minute checks on the car. Passed to top 16, beating Marco Zakoril. Tire facility area is packed. They've got their work cut out for them for the top 16 battles. Let's check out the HGK car. This car is a beast, all carbon Kevlar, built by HGK Racing, driven by Nick Knack, and it's an absolute beast of a car. He seems to be completely ready for top 16. The car's not getting worked on. He's relaxing in the back, getting on top of his social media, so we'll be seeing him in the top 16 battles. Let's go see how Conor Falvey's getting on with fixing the car for the top 16 battles and come through and check out the Shanahans. Bjorn Roche passed, Conor Shanahan is out, and Jack Shanahan moves to the top 16. Everything is pretty chilled in the Shanahan garage. Not much is going on, so they're probably both locked and loaded. Mikida's car a little bit tatty after the round of Riga, after his crash into the wall. But they've put the car back together again, put it up on the rally stands, and are showing it off to the general public. Conor Falvey's team is all hands on deck, fixing the front of the car after he went into the wall after the upset with Diogo. And they're just getting the car completely up to scratch, so they're ready. Conor now is calmed down after the crash, and everything is looking positive here. So as you can see from the technical break here in Riga, Latvia, a lot of teams have had some crashes and need to fix a lot of bodywork panels and other technical parts on the car. But most of the drivers that have been in DriftMasters are really good and are already ready to go for the top 16 battles, thus giving the teams more time for them to chill out and the drivers to calm down and get focused for the top 16 battles. Let's go directly to the top 16 parade. Top 16 parade, let's go to the battles, people. So that's the end of DriftMasters round in Latvia Riga, baby. We have in first place Pietro Winsek, then we have second place James Deane, and in third place it's Nick Knack. We're gonna stay here one more night with Eline. We're gonna stay in the pits until they kick us out tomorrow.
The next day.
Good morning, J-Spotters. So that's the end of the round in Riga. Last night they were taking down the grandstands until this morning. Basically, I don't think they stopped working at all. Most of the grandstands have been taken down. Most of the teams have left. Jakob Kroll just left now. Now we're heading to Lithuania to relax with Bandana Boy and do some editing as well. We're gonna see you guys on the next week's episode. We'll be in Germany, in Ferropolis. Thanks again to Latvia and to Bikernieku Circuit. It was an amazing weekend. See you guys on the next one.
Got my heart no barging in. To the floor, to the couch. Might wake the neighbors up.